more or less 5 kilos for this tank, which is about 60 liters. As you have seen in my earlier videos, I was planning for the grey water and the fresh water. The time has now come to install this one. The water comes from this one, which is going to be located next to the diesel inlet. The water slides down through the flex hose and then it connects to this one that goes straight into the tank. That will give me fresh water in. I will use this one on the other side to have air out. When the water comes in, the air goes out. In the bottom of this, I will need to use this one. One of this is going to be like for emergency empty the tank. The other one is going to go straight to the water pump. I also going to install 2 of this. And then you wonder, why 2? Follow me and I will show you. The operation is pretty simple. I'm going to have it, like I said, like my first one. It's going to be up here. On that one, I had an intake that was in like some kind of aluminium or metal or something, and it got really boring during the time. Not out here, but inside. The other one was also sitting here on the outside, and it was like, it was good, but the downside was that this one was not closing all the way to there. It was open like maybe 6-7 millimeter, and I don't want that. And also I don't need this ring to be on the outside. All I need is access to the like lid T30. Recommendation is to take the lid off the door and put it back there, because the last thing you want is to have something falling down there, because then you have another 4 hours of operation here. In my case, I'm going to drill here in the middle of the E of diesel. The mark is here in the middle of the E. This one, to get the lid off, it requires 52 mil. This one is 51 mil. So of course I'm going to go with this one, and I think it will be like a glove. But I can just wiggle a little bit and then I will have like 52 mil. Also, make sure that you take something and clean up in here, because I have seen people who does not clean, they just build and build and build and build, and fucking disgusting. Look at this. And then just to take it like this, to just open it like this, screw it, and there it is. See the intake. I mean, it looks as professional as like made in factory. So on the back side of this, you have the where you attach the hose here, and this is 38 mil. The hose I have is also 38 mil, which means it will not fit on like this. So I'm going to cut a little bit here, then put it on with a clamp. So this is what I mean. If you have a 38 hose and you have a 38 intake, if you cut a little bit there, like with a knife or a scissors, to just make a little slice there, then you can squeeze it on the last 5 mil, and then you come with your clamp and it will definitely sit there. This ain't going nowhere. So there you can see my beautiful installation of the diesel here. And here comes the hose that goes into the diesel tank, right? So I will need the hole to be somewhere here, because the tank is going to be close to this one and it's going to come here. Look at this. I ordered new drills here from Temu, and this should be for metal. So I think it will definitely do the job. Let's test it out here. Whoa, check it out. It was like super nice to work with. I will put a link in the description. I can already, you see, when I feel it, I mean, I don't need to go with like a file or something here. It's already pretty smooth. Yes, it is as tight as it looks. I don't say that you need to take this off, but it will definitely help you, because then you can reach your hand in here and you can deal with the hose that is coming here. I'm just going to carry it off here. So I hear it hanging like an elephant, whatever. Here is the bar, and here is the other bar that the tank is going to be attached to with the help of these ones on the other side. But of course, I will need to have water in. You should definitely calculate how long your arm is before you drill the hole. Not everyone can get their arm in, and then let me measure here. From the intake to the hole is like 60 centimeters, okay? And then I'm going to work with it. So you see, the turn with sepia there. So let's go through this. Here, the intake, okay, is a little bit angle on it, but the hose will come from here and then onto there. So here is water in. Here is one of the meters coming down here, closed. Here is the other meter coming down on this side. Here is the air out. So water in there presses the air out there. And here is a one-way valve. So the air can only go like out here, but it cannot go in. Down here is the like water out. So here is like an emergency. If I want to empty the tank, then I just use this one on this side. And on this side here, I'm going to attach the hose, which is here. That is going to go to the water pump. I open up the door and I take this out, and then I can fill here with whatever I want, like a water can, bottle, a hose. Of course, it also comes with a chain that I can attach in the hole there, and then it goes down the hose, so you can barely see it, but up in there the water comes in, drips into the tank, which is attached with this like bar here. There is one cable for a level meter. There's another cable. And then on this side, the air comes out. And instead of drilling a lot of new holes here, I just attached it to this one. Here is the water out. So to like emergency drain the system, I just turn this one. Then it drops out here. And here is the connection away to the water pump. I know that some of you who work as a plumber, you will say, oh, you have put it the wrong way. And I am aware of that the water should come this way, okay? And I have put it the other way. But on the other side of the hose, I can put like a male to male and connect it to the tap. And now it went like this. The pressure is not going to be super high, and it's also a very short distance. So this will definitely do it. Sometimes I'm getting so fucking tired of myself, so it's unbelievable. I am a complete Alzheimer idiot. So I don't know where my head was, but I forgot about this bag, okay? I know that I ordered this a while ago because of the purpose of this tank. So the reason for this is pretty simple. When I fill up the tank, air needs to come out. When I empty the tank, when I use the water pump, air needs to go in. Otherwise, I will have ocean tight on there, and that I don't want. And I completely forgot about it during my whole operation here. My first thought, I remember now, was to drill 2 holes. But with this filter here that takes air in and out, I only need 1 hole, which is top. I will deal with this cable later, and I will also deal with this cable later to extend them to like longer cables, and then I will pull all the cables into one hole when I have installed the grey water tank, when I know exactly where all the cable is going to go into the van, right? Have I forgot something? Not really. Maybe you wonder still why I have 2 sensors in the tank. Let me explain. Look at this. How great. It's empty here. So I can just put it in this one. So here's the reason why I have 2 meters on the tank. So 1 meter is going to go to a device inside the van, because of course when I am inside the van I want to know how much water I have left. But also when I fill up water up in here, then I want to see when it's full. So when I'm going to fill up water, I open the door here and check this out. It comes on. Okay, now the sensors are not connected and there's no water in the tank. There's a button in here going on. So with help of this foam, this presses in, and then you can see it goes into like a sleep mode. And then when I release it, the level comes up so I can see exactly. So when I'm filling in water here, I know exactly how much to fill up, and I don't need it to like come out here and stuff, right? I mean, this is probably the best solution I have ever come up with when it comes to fill up water. I mean, it is as stealth as can be. And yes, okay, it's going to start every time I fill up diesel as well. And it's going to light up, but it does not matter. I also bought this, and the purpose was to put this one in the tank to know the temperature of the water in the tank, and then have these ones under to control the heat, like if I wanted the water to not freeze in the winter. But the more I think about it and the more I look into this now, I just feel like I'm not going to use it, because I'm not going to be in an area where there is like below 0. You have seen people who have it like there, like right on the bottom of the van, or in the back. They put it like there, somewhere there, to just have the intake for the water tank. However, if you do an installation like that, where you connect a hose, like from a house or something, it requires a certain kind of pressure, because the intake is below the tank itself. I work with gravity, which is something else. And I am like super happy how it turned out. It became awesome. It's awesome. Leave a comment down below what do you think about the installation. Yeah, that's it. Have a great evening.